Let me just say this right off the bat because I know you have already seen it floating around everywhere. Justin Bieber is being called out for staying completely quiet, while one of the most unhinged conspiracies the internet has ever cooked up is literally spreading like wildfire around him. And I am not talking about a little rumor between friends. I am talking about millions of views, thousands of comment threads, people speaking in full sentences like they were personally there. This thing is out of control, and we need to talk about it. Also, real quick before we dive in, if you are not subscribed yet, please do that right now because I promise you this channel is about to become your favorite place on the internet. So, let me set the scene for you. The conspiracy goes like this. Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez allegedly had a secret baby together, and that baby was allegedly given to Kourtney Kardashian. That is the theory. That is what people are running with. And when I say running, I mean full Olympic sprint with absolutely zero evidence in hand. People are making videos about this every single day. Comment sections are flooded. It is literally everywhere you turn, and the whole thing has taken on a life of its own that honestly nobody asked for. Now here is where things get really heavy, and I need you to actually sit with this for a second because this is the part that gets lost in all the chaos. Selena Gomez already told the world something incredibly personal and incredibly painful. She said publicly in an interview that she cannot carry a child. She said she had never told anyone that before, but that she unfortunately cannot carry her own children because of medical issues that would put both her life and a baby's life at serious risk. She said it was something she had to grieve. She literally used the word grieve. That is not a small thing. That is a person opening up about one of the most heartbreaking things a person can go through and sharing it with the world because she trusted people enough to be honest. And then the internet turned around and invented a whole pregnancy for her anyway. Like people heard all of that, said okay, noted, and then kept going. Kept making videos. Kept dropping comments. Kept speaking in facts like they personally delivered the baby. I cannot even wrap my head around how that happens, but here we are. So now everyone is turning to Justin Bieber and asking why he has not said anything. And look, I get it on the surface. When something this big is circling your name, you would think the natural response is to just come out and address it. Clear the air. Say something. Anything. But here is the thing that most people do not know or do not think about. Every single major public relations firm in the world tells their celebrity clients the exact same thing when a rumor starts spreading online. Do not respond. Do not acknowledge it. Do not give it a single second of your attention. Because the moment you do, you have just handed that rumor a megaphone. You have taken something that was living in certain corners of the internet and turned it into a headline that every platform is now going to pick up and run with. The response always ends up bigger than the original story, and nobody wants that. And honestly, a lot of celebrities do not even personally run their own social media. There are whole teams behind those accounts. There are approval processes and legal teams and brand managers all weighing in before anything gets posted. So even if Justin wanted to say something tomorrow, there is an entire system around him that is probably telling him to sit down and stay quiet. Not because nobody cares, but because they understand exactly how this machine works. But here is where I need you to understand why this situation is different from your average celebrity rumor. Because this one did not stay between the adults. This one dragged in a child. Kourtney Kardashian's son Rain, who is around 10 years old, ended up in a viral video where he is literally addressing this conspiracy himself. This little kid is on camera saying Justin Bieber is not his dad, mentioning his actual father, pointing out that Justin was 16 when he was born. A 10-year-old child had to sit there and talk about a rumor about his own parentage because adults on the internet decided to take things that far. I need you to really think about that for a moment. A kid. A literal child who did not choose any of this, who did not ask to be talked about, who has no publicist and no PR team and no way to protect himself from what people are saying, had to become part of the story because grown adults could not pump the brakes. That is not messy celebrity gossip anymore. That is something completely different, and it should make every single person who shared one of those videos feel uncomfortable. Now, a lot of people online have been saying that Kourtney should speak out too. That she should find whoever started this and drag them publicly. And honestly, from a human perspective, that impulse makes complete sense. If someone was spreading a story like that about my child, I would want to do something about it immediately. But again, the PR reality is what it is. Any statement she makes becomes a news cycle, and that news cycle keeps the conversation alive for even longer. It is a trap with no clean exit, and the only people winning are the ones creating the content. Let me also tell you something that I feel like is not getting enough attention in all of this. There is a legal side to this story that a lot of content creators are completely sleeping on. When you make a video and you're not saying allegedly, you are not saying I heard, or I think, or supposedly, you are just stating it like it is established fact that this baby exists and was handed off like a parcel. You're not just being messy. You are potentially walking yourself into a defamation situation. And celebrities have been going to court over exactly this kind of thing more and more lately, especially when children are involved. The people making these videos with their faces on camera and their channel names attached are not as protected as they think they are. And when the legal letters start coming, and they do start coming, the views will not feel worth it. Here is the other thing I keep thinking about though. Why did this take off the way it did? Because these things do not just appear from nowhere. Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez have one of the most emotionally loaded histories in pop culture. Their relationship played out publicly for years during a time when both of them were at the absolute peak of their fame. Fans were obsessed. Every breakup, every reunion, every single Instagram like between them sent people into a spiral. There was so much emotional investment in that relationship from so many people that the idea of a secret chapter nobody knew about almost feels romantic to a certain kind of audience. And that is exactly how conspiracy theories spread. They attach themselves to something people already emotionally want to be true, and then they just run. The problem is that in this case, the fantasy collided with someone's real and deeply personal reality. Selena Gomez told her truth. She was vulnerable about something painful. And instead of that being the end of the conversation, it got swept aside because the fiction was more entertaining. That is genuinely hard to sit with. So, what would actually happen if Justin Bieber did speak out? Think about it for a second. If he laughs it off, people say he is being disrespectful. If he takes it seriously, people say he is confirming there is something to be serious about. If he even says Selena's name in the response, he has just launched an entirely new news cycle that overtakes the original one. There is no clean version of that conversation. There is no response he can give that lands perfectly and closes the door. And I think on some level most people know that they just want him to say something because the silence feels loud. But the silence is actually the most strategically sound thing he can do right now, even if it does not feel that way from the outside. His team knows what they are doing. Staying quiet is not the same as having something to hide. It is just understanding that feeding the machine makes the machine grow. What gets me the most about this whole situation is that all the information people needed to put this to rest was already there. Selena gave it to them. She sat in an interview and told the world something vulnerable and real, and the truth was right there. And people heard it and kept going anyway, which tells you that this was never really about finding the truth. It was about the engagement, the clicks, the watch time, the comments. And somewhere in that equation, the fact that these are actual human beings with actual feelings and an actual child getting caught in the crossfire just stopped mattering to a lot of people. That is the part that should scare us a little. Not the conspiracy itself, because honestly, conspiracies have always existed. What should scare us is how fast something this baseless and this harmful can spread, and how many people can participate in spreading it without stopping to ask whether they should. Justin Bieber has been through a lot publicly. He has been open about his health, his struggles, the weight of growing up in the spotlight. Whatever you think about him as a person or as an artist, watching a story like this circle your name while you're just trying to live your life and protect your family is not a small thing. And Hailey Bieber is in this too, quietly. Her name gets pulled into the comments. She says nothing, because that is also the right move. And still people interpret the silence however they want. Where this goes from here is anyone's guess. But what I do know is that the people who have already decided the silence means guilt are not going to be moved by anything he says. And the people who understand how this actually works are just waiting for the moment when someone decides to make an example out of one of these content creators. Because that moment is coming. It always does. What I hope you take away from all of this is not just the drama of it, but the bigger picture. We are at a point where the line between entertainment and genuine harm has gotten really blurry online. And it is worth asking ourselves where we stand in that. Because sharing a video feels small until it is your name in it, until it is your child being talked about, until it is your most painful private truth being used as a plot point in someone else's content. That is the real story here. And I am glad you stayed till the end to hear it. Now go hit that subscribe button right now because I am not done spilling, and trust me, you do not want to miss what is coming next.